So, with this being my third review, I've got a lot of stuff to review. So, the length is not going to be 10 minutes, but I'm still going to speak what I desire saying. And Joe D'Amato, not Joe Dante, but Joe D'Amato is an alias of some Italian person whose name eludes me at the same time. He just did this for marketing, very specifically with Beyond the Darkness, also known as Duo Omega. Even death can't keep them apart. On a luxurious estate in the Italian countryside, Francesco mourns his deceased lover. Soon, pain and loss turn into madness and violence, for the troubled young man cannot part with just his love just yet. Um, excavating her corpse, he preserves her body with excruciating attention to detail. However, that is only the beginning. Overcome with rage, he murders innocent young women and anyone else who infringes on the privacy of his estate. A legendary Joe D'Amato's most infamous movie. It features an acclaimed score by the Italian rock band Goblin. That was interesting to see. So this 1979 interesting movie it's just perverse. I'm just going to say it. It's perverse. It's bloody. But I don't know, there's just a certain flair about it that works. Because when it's gory, it's freaking gory as all heck. And I'm just looking at it like, okay then, obviously you kind of have a haunted house right here motif going on where all that stuff happens, even though it's just in the countryside and not at Dracula's castle. But you're not here for that. You're here to see some blood and just a person going on with just how they deal with how they deal with dang grief and everything. But for some reason this man, oh, let's see, what does he do? Oh, definitely one of them. He just finds all these young women and just kind of drains their blood, not bathing in it like Countess Bathory, but just kind of having his way. I think this is, we always try and keep that carnal part of ourselves intact where we just want to have, like, witness some ultra violence and just witness some gore, that try and keep the id and super id and all that other stuff going on. We have to try and keep it not repressed, but we have to try and suppress it to keep ourselves, like, displaying outward respect. But oh boy, some of us are really messed up, and there's unfortunately some really messed up people in there. And with this one, especially when we see the first body, it's just like using a vacuum cleaner, they pull out all the entrails, all the viscera, everything from the inferior, from the inferior vena cava to the alveoli, to the liver, to even the greater femoral artery. It all just comes out, and it's just oof. Especially when his, like, housemaid or whatever, Iris, actually chops a woman with a knife, like, yeah, butcher's knife, a meat cleaver. It's just gory, but in all the right ways. They commit to it, and as you're just watching these two hooligans, I guess, you just look at them like, that is just so perverse and so wrong, but somehow so right. When one can separate fiction from reality and understand that this is just fiction and what I'm doing right now is complete reality. Reviewing a movie, and yeah, that's just, I don't know, man. And then of course, he's always luring the woman, and very specifically when he notices a woman jogging who injures her foot, he's like, okay, come back to my place, I'll heal it. And then they go in the bedroom and prepare to engage in intercourse, all the while that his wife has been embalmed there, is sleeping in the other bed, is on the other bed, and he removes the blanket. The jogger sees it and faints, and just, they both have their, they both just burn, cremate her body. I'm just looking at it like, boy, that is something else. I'm like, it's like, you're having intercourse that quickly? And again, I don't know the Italians' view on sex, so I really couldn't tell you, but yeah, it's just, oof, I'll tell you. Definitely, when you just see all the dismemberment going on, it is when people talk about like this is just a gorehound, or do you just think like not how sometimes horror does have it. This is definitely an example of it. Holy smokes! And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually like the performances from these people, just as disturbing as it is, with Kieran Cantor and Cynthia Monreal and Franca Stappe. I mean, there's even a part in the beginning where our hero, more like the bastard, is sucking on a nipple like, a baby would, just to represent just his, I don't want to say infantilization, but his really extreme nature, and just the depths and just how far he will go with his insanity. It's just like, oh my god, So, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah. Music composed by Goblin is free. It provides a more contemporary setting. It's not like the when they worked with Argento. This is more just like giving it a more, and then like I said, and then contemporary setting. With just the right amount of keyboards and synth to add to this is an everyday Italy, but there's some person who's just going behind the scenes who's just doing some intense creepy stuff. And it's just overplayed just to be like saying, hey, it's done ironically. And that's what I think it is. It's just done ironically to show that, yeah, what's on the surface is fine, but what's beneath is just absolute insanity. What else is there in here? Special features include interview with actress Cynthia Monreal, interview commentary with art director Donatella Donati. Am I missing anything? There's a funeral director who notices everything going on, so he's investigating what's happening, and it's just like we ultimately see what happens in the end. But yeah, it's just when you can't really move on from when a person gets deceased. This comes to the extreme. I also noticed this kind of maybe influenced Dead Alive by Peter Jackson. I don't know. I just noticed some similarities with the mother complex, with the keeping the dead, still kind of something with the dead. I don't know that. I just kind of got a little bit of vibes thing, and I could be completely wrong. So yeah, obviously this is a very interesting, infamous movie that is controversial, but at the same time, it's interesting just to watch and be like, ooh, that's absolutely crazy stuff right there. So yeah, if you can stomach it and understand what's going on, give Beyond the Darkness a shot.